see all this yumminess? That means we're baking. So the kids and I are making, well, I am making a blueberry breakfast bake. And I'm going to share. Alright, and you may see this in a lunch video. Who knows? Alright, so, and excuse my medicine cups over here because I can't find any of my stuff, of course, when I need it. So, what you're going to need for this is, and I'll put the exact measurements down in the description bar, but what you're going to need is 2 cups of blueberries, a half a cup of buttermilk, 2 cups of flour, a half a cup of sugar, I think that's right, I'll double check, 1 egg at room temperature, a half a cup of butter. You're going to need, this is 1 tablespoon of sugar for the top, for sprinkling, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon, I think, of salt, can't remember right now, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Oven is preheated to 350 degrees, like so. So first up, we are going to cream our butter. And I'm not going to do any of this in the exact way you're supposed to, so don't mind me. Do as I say, not as I do. So you're going to cream your butter and your sugar first. And you just want that to get nice and fluffy. So we're just creaming the butter and the sugar. Getting that all nice and fluffy-ish. It's nice and fluffy. You're going to add your egg, which I've already done, and your vanilla. And I'm going to add in my flour just a little bit at a time here. And you're actually supposed to coat this with the blueberries first. So what I'm going to do is just save just a little bit of that to coat with the blueberries. So I'm going to add that, and then we're going to pour in just a little bit of the buttermilk like so. And we're going to mix that up. Nice and crumbly. And the mixer is starting to struggle, so we're going to stop. And then we're going to go ahead and add in our, yes, you can. Then we're going to go ahead and add in our baking powder and our sugar. And our salt. Yeah, go ahead. Put it all in there. Thank you, Aiden. There you go. And then go ahead and put the salt in. Alright, and we're going to give that a good mix. That's not brother. We're going to toss the blueberries in some of the flour. Like so. We're just going to toss that in there. Not really sure what the purpose is, but this is my first time making this particular recipe. And because this is my first time making this particular recipe, but I saw it on Pinterest and I was like, have to do that. So I'll give credit, of course, to the recipe where I found it on Pinterest, and of course I'll put the recipe down below. Alright, so I'm going to call that toss. Go ahead and add the last of the buttermilk in here. Just going to dump that all in there. Alright, and we're going to mix that up. Oh, look how pretty that is. Alright, so this is all nice and pretty and fluffy. We're going to stop this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold in the blueberries. And I've not really a folder, so I'm just going to pour them in and gently turn them. So I'm just putting the blueberries in here just a little bit at a time. Just getting that nice and incorporated. And what I'm doing is I'm just doing this part by hand. Because I don't want the mixer to, beat up my blueberries. So I'm mixing the blueberries in just a little bit at a time, and we'll get the rest of those added. So here is my casserole dish. This is just the 9x9 or 8x8 or whatever it is. All greased. Actually, I didn't grease it. I just used like the baking cooking spray because it has the flour and stuff already in it. Because, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get that dumped in, and we'll get it in the oven. Just went ahead and got that Got this dumped in the pan here, and I'm just spreading it out a little bit. At this point, you should have a tablespoon, that tablespoon of sugar left over. That tablespoon of sugar, and we are just gonna sprinkle that across the top here. I'm not gonna really use all of it. Just sprinkle that on top, that last bit of sugar. Then we're gonna pop this bad boy in the oven for 30 to 45 minutes. Alright, so I just pulled this yumminess out of the oven. Oh my gosh, you guys. It smells so delicious. Oh my goodness. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and just check. I'm just going to stick a toothpick down in there and check for doneness. Just to make sure there that it's all done all the way through. And it looks to be good. And I ended up baking it at 40 minutes. So kind of right there in the middle. I'm just checking random spots. And you guys, I think we are good to go. Look at this fluffiness and this yummy goodness. Like, this may be dangerous, but it looks so yummy and it smells delicious. And I'm gonna take amazing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, y'all. There is our blueberry breakfast bake. It is all done. It is all yummy. And I am excited, and we're going to try not to eat this whole thing in one day. Alright, and y'all have a great day. Try it. Let me know what you think.